So Donald Trump just picked Mike Pence as his running mate. And on the surface, Mike may seem like a comparatively stable, moderate guy, especially next to Trump. But under the surface, Mike's actually a far more diabolical candidate than your usual Republican. In fact, even though he looks like a boring model from a Land's End catalog, he's actually way more extreme than even Donald Trump. And that's a big problem, because Trump may be one of the most impeachment-ready candidates ever. So what's so bad about Mike Pence? Well, you might not have heard about this, but let's start with his opposition to H.R. 2410 back in 2009. That bill would have, among other things, encouraged foreign governments to decriminalize homosexuality. There are a lot of countries that round up gay people either for harassment or for jail or for execution. H.R. 2410 would have had the State Department encourage those governments to stop doing that. Mike Pence was opposed. He said that the bill was a set of values that is opposed to the majority of the American people. So, in other words, he thinks that the majority of American people think gay people should be rounded up for jail and possibly killed. And even if that was true, wouldn't we want leaders who stand up to that kind of sentiment, who understand that majority rule isn't how we do civil rights? Then there was the time he ran for Congress and wanted the government to defund HIV programs and use the money instead for Pray Away the Gay conversion camps. I did a whole video about why these ex-gay camps are a dangerous sham, and just recently an investigation into Pray Away the Gay camps in America was launched by the United Nations Committee Against Torture. So, just to be clear, Committee Against Torture, opposed to ex-gay conversion experiments. Mike Pence, in favor. Mike did eventually defund some HIV programs in the form of needle exchanges and STD testing. And guess what happened? Infection rates spiked. So, good job. Mike was also opposed to hate crime protection for LGBTs, saying that preventing attacks on gay people would have a, quote, chilling effect on religious expression. This was after a student named Rito Osario was beaten in a school bathroom while his attackers screamed anti-gay epithets. So, yeah, we wouldn't want to chill that expression. Like many Republicans, Mike was opposed to the repeal of Don't Ask, Don't Tell. He said that homosexuals in the military weakens unit cohesion. And he was really opposed to marriage equality, or as he called it, societal collapse. Mike gave a speech where he said that the children of gay parents are more likely to use drugs, get arrested, and drop out of school. For that claim, he cited known family expert Dan Quayle. He also wanted to ban civil unions, and at one point he said that marriage should be preserved as it has been for thousands of years. So I guess that would include buying and selling women as slaves. Cool. That's all bad enough, but his anti-gay resume goes much further. You remember last year when everyone freaked out about Indiana's Turn Away the Gays bill? That law basically let anyone refuse service to LGBTs on the basis of religion. And Mike signed it into law in a closed ceremony surrounded by some of the most radical anti-gay activists in the state. Activists like Micah Clark, who said that anyone who let gays join the Boy Scouts, and I'm paraphrasing here, was turning kids away from Jesus and should be drowned in the ocean. He also said that girls wearing tuxedos to prom were making a destructive sexual statement, and that LGBT youth centers recruit gays and are as dangerous as smoking. By the way, Mike Pence also said that smoking doesn't kill people, so who knows if that's even a bad thing. Mike was also flanked by Eric Miller, who said that hate crime laws protect pedophiles, and by Kurt Smith, who said that Matthew Shepard's murder proves that gay marriage causes drug-related violence. I don't even know. Eventually, Mike Pence was forced to overturn most of the law's provisions, but not until after it cost his state $250 million in boycotts. So, hope it was worth it. And that's Mike Pence. He'd be one step away from the presidency under a president who's already suggested that he'd like to violate the Constitution, who said that he rejects international law, who's implicated in an ongoing tax fraud case, and who said that if elected, he might simply not want to be president anymore. And if, God forbid, President Trump went away, who would that leave in charge? This guy, who's been making Indiana suffer for the last decade and a half. Whether it was with a bill that cost his state hundreds of millions of dollars in lost business, with cronies who want gays drowned in the ocean, with unpunished hate crimes, or with defunded HIV programs, I bet you never thought you'd be longing for the sensible, rational policies of a VP like Sarah Palin. But now here we are, with the man responsible for these policies just one Trump away from running the entire country. Remember when Trump told everyone to ask the gays if he was our friend? Well, it would have been nice if he asked us about this guy. Thanks for watching. I'd love to hear your thoughts. You can leave a comment on this video or send them to me at Matt Baum on Twitter. Remember to subscribe for more videos like this. And now, if you'll excuse me, I'm needed at the Republican National Convention.
Trumpy? Where are you?